Hello, my friends. I know there are so many trends that we can keep a watch over. I'm certainly not great at keeping track of all the various trends. You can see I still have squared off fingernails, and I don't know everything happening with Taylor Swift, although I do know she's getting married to the football player, and I'm really happy for her. But what I wanted to share with you today is one of the trends you don't have to worry about because I am in it constantly is the housing market, especially with our Arizona housing market. I look at the whole housing market across the nation, but really drill down into Maricopa County. I have been burned before. I have cried many times, but I wanted to share with you that the market data is showing us that we are improving from a balance standpoint. We're in a deep buyer's market right now. We have been in a sideways market for probably about 3 years. It has been so difficult for sellers. And as I watch this data, and I'm getting all excited because I feel like we're headed in the right direction in terms of just balance, meaning it's just more fair for buyers, more fair for sellers. And since early August, every day, and you guys know I love the Cromford report, they are my housing analysts. Every day that index has climbed just a little bit, very micro, but I watch it every day so that you guys don't have to. And I can tell you that that trend has not changed. It is still heading in the more balanced direction. If that continues, if nothing disrupts it, then we should be in a fairly balanced market by November. And if rates come down, that could even accelerate. So my message today is twofold. First of all, for the buyers, look at buying right now. You have leverage. The first thing that happens is not that prices shoot up. The first thing that happens as we start to head towards balance is that you will not have the leverage for compensation. You won't have the leverage for concessions. You may even have competition. So it might be that your price does have to be whatever the seller's asking. And they've already dug deep. Many sellers are already priced very well. I know my sellers are priced very well. So I would tell you that now is your time if you're looking for any sort of compensation or leverage. If you're not the perfect buyer, if you have a contingency, you got to get in there and get your offers accepted. Sellers, it's coming that, again, our prices won't necessarily increase in any sort of speedy fashion, but we might be able to be less beat up by our buyers. They might not get those deep concessions that they're asking for. They may not get all of the inspection items that they're asking for. That's the first thing that goes. There are homes under contract right now that will be closing in the next 30 days that actually could bring our prices down a little bit further because we don't know what exhausted sellers have felt and what they've decided to accept. But I'm hoping that our prices will be shored up and that we'll start to see an incline as the competition increases. What's happened is we have all these sellers who are just sick and tired of putting their house on the market and maybe didn't have to sell. And so those homes have either been pulled off the market, they've allowed them to expire, or they've canceled them. Or some sellers have actually turned those into rentals. I have a couple of people that have done that. So the inventory is decreasing, which is a very important item to note because we've had such high inventory. And then on the demand side, the demand has increased as we're hovering around 6.5% interest rate, yet we've been at 7% about a month ago, and we're at the best rates we've had since October. So we are starting to see the demand increase. So between that increase in demand and that decrease in inventory, we are seeing a more favorable market for sellers, not a bad market for buyers, just not the same kind of leverage you have right now. I hope this is helpful. I hope you also know that if you need anything, I am always here. We provide Kane client care, and I call it that because it is communicating, it is advocating, it is navigating, and it is educating in every market that we're in. I will be here for anything you need at any time. Thank you so much.